Welcome ladies and gentlemen to the return of picks to watch. Last year we looked at some of the weird and wonderful champions that could be making their way into the professional scene. This time we're going to be looking at some of the good, some of the bad, some of the weird and some of the downright broken that could be making their way into the highest levels of League of Legends. With all that exciting stuff in mind, let's jump straight into it. Our first pick to watch has already been seen across the globe. Forging his way to the top, it's Owen. His trading in lane makes him rather potent compared to other tanky options. Not only does his Bellows Breath provide him with a shield, but he also becomes unstoppable, a great tool to delay and sometimes mitigate pesky crowd control. To add to his arsenal, his Brittle also does percentage maximum HP damage and can be used to extend the duration of other CCs. Add to this the wealth of utility that he provides with his Searing Charge and Volcanic Rupture, and you get a walking armory ready for war. One of the weaknesses of his strong trading power is that it can be rather mana consuming. Fortunately, Owen is a living forge. This allows him to build an early mana crystal along with many other items whenever he needs it. His true strength comes from his ultimate. Due to its incredible range and crowd control power, avoiding a volcano would be easier, making teamfight initiations nothing but a breeze. Don't be surprised to see the Demigod going for an early Iceborne Gauntlet and Abyssal Mask, as both provide cooldown reduction, sticking power, extra tankiness, and synergize well with everything the Mountain Dweller could need. Skipping her way not only into our intro but also onto the Rift, the aspect of Twilight Zoe is here to play.
Yes, this'll be fun!
One might think that playing table tennis with a star wouldn't hit that hard. One would be wrong. Zoe's Paddle Star provides large quantities of damage if used properly, giving her both strong poke and burst. Due to its many dynamic uses, it adds huge value when trading in lane, sieging for towers, or playing around objectives. This is made even stronger when Zoe decides that it's nap time, and takes advantage of a sleepy trouble bubble. Gaining extra range over terrain and even laying a trap down to catch unsuspecting troublemakers forces opponents to always play on the defensive or risk getting a rude awakening. While Zoe may seem like an innocent and fun-loving deity, in reality, she's actually a thief, mainly stealing stuff to make your life miserable. One of the strongest aspects of her Spell Thief ability is the potential to gain either strong laning tools or global spells. Whether it be a Proto Belt or Ignite in lane to give a bit of extra burst, or a Teleport to make an extremely early cross-map play, will make you regret ever starting a game of tag with Zoe. Now, Princess Sparkles does have some weaknesses, one being her lack of mobility. Stacking crowd control and high mobility champions are great ways to take advantage of the skipping bringer of destruction. She also has a lot of skill shots, so try not to miss. Now, our next pick likes to hang around in dark places and has an acute smell for black magics. It's Vayne. While the Demon Hunter didn't receive any direct changes, introduction to new runes and new styles of play have revitalized the old playmaker. The Overheal build is taking ADs by storm, primarily from the Precision Tree, runes such as Fleet Footwork, Legend Bloodline, and of course Overheal all contribute to the creation of this build, with the main focus on allowing scaling AD carries to get through what should typically be a rough laning phase. This is made even stronger when Relic Shield is thrown into the works. Often you'll see both the support and AD pick this item up to provide even more sustain, combined with a shield to make dying look like old news. Heals, shields, and consistent survivability. You're starting to see why it's called Overheal yet? Vayne made the list because she, as a champion, has a lot of things that you'll likely want in the upcoming meta. Tanks are still a thing, and front lines need to be broken. Thanks to the Vigilante's incredible mobility and percentage health damage, she can fend for herself while also condemning her enemies to a dismal fate. Vayne still holds weaknesses in that she has a relatively short range, a lack of wave clear, and provides an extremely limited amount of crowd control compared to other AD carries. Therefore, you better show up and deliver, or your friends might start a Vayne spotting party. Our final champion is looking for a good time, a bit of flirting, a bit of dancing, some impalement here and there. It's Evelyn. Since her rework, she hasn't seen much in the competitive circuit, but I expect that to change coming into the new season. The Shadow Predator has a fast clear through the jungle thanks to her low cooldowns and multi-use hate spikes. While in the past her focus was to look for early ganks, that isn't quite the case anymore. As a squishy jungle assassin, her early jungle skirmishing is not amazingly strong. Her true strength arises once she hits level 6 and can take advantage of her camouflage. This makes gank setups much easier while also allowing the Agony to be the first to embrace her victims. The allure only gets stronger as the game progresses. With good AP scaling and many flanking options thanks to her passive, Evelyn's mid-game onwards is something that should be feared. You'll often find Evelyn's going for an early Frostfang, as it provides everything that a prowling stabby demon could want. Be sure to follow up with some more magic penetration items from things like Sorcerer's Boots, Haunting Guise, and Void Staff, as these synergize wonderfully with the debuff that Evelyn's allure applies. As mentioned, this bewitching Reaper is not designed to be on the front lines. She relies on the initiations of others to draw attention away from her while looking for flanking opportunities. Patience is important when playing the Demon of Lust, as without it, you could be the one being lured to your demise. That does it for this episode of Picks to Watch. Be sure to go down into the comments section and let me know which champions you're excited to see as professional play resumes all across the world this week. With that in mind, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I whip my hair back and forth, I whip my hair back and forth, I whip my hair back and forth, I whip my hair back and forth. Woo!